Good afternoon. Happy Friday to you all. Can you believe it? We are here at the end of the week already. It may be the end of the week, but it's not the end of Crafters TV. Good afternoon to any of you, and good morning. That is new to us. We are here live 7 days a week. Today on Wake Up Call, this is the final Wake Up Call of the week. I'm going to be back on Monday where we're going to do it all over again. But what we are going to be doing on this Friday, currently we are in the midst of our Club Inspire Christmas members event. We have had a brand new Christmas 2021 launch every single day this week, and do you know what? Today's the biggie. Today is the huge, big Christmas launch that every single one of you have been waiting for. You wait for it every year. It is a Sarah signature. It is a full launch, and it is towards the night before Christmas. If you haven't seen it already, it's exquisite, it's gorgeous, it's traditional, but you've got so many elements that Sarah is going to be showing you very, very shortly during launch day. So let's have a look at what shows are coming up today on Crafters TV. Kickstarting right now with Wake Up Call with myself. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going in with a launch with Sarah. She's going to be here launching the full collection. 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Also, with it being Friday, each weekday we have a staple show of the week. Friday is Colour Me Happy. And guess what? It's not often I'm on them, but I'm back again on this Colour Me Happy. Cannot wait for that one. Being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, we have had days back to back to back with Joe. He's gone for a little rest. We've got, if you think 6 days is a lot for someone to work, wait until you find out how many days my friend is working today. It's Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Craig. I'm going to put some work in this week. I'm going to do 2. I'm doing 2, everybody.
Hey.
2 days. 2 days. I'll take your 6. I'll chop off 4, and I'll say 2. 2 days. I don't want to. I don't want to do too many. But listen, whilst I've been away for my...
You'll be getting divorced if you're here any longer.
Whilst I've been away for my 6 days, a lot has changed. We're in our Christmas event. It's all very exciting. I'm over here when I'm normally over there. And I tell you what, as Craig's talked about, it's hugely exciting because it is our Christmas event. Double points for members, of course. Got that amazing launch coming up. And you might be wondering, if you've just tuned in, you go, what's he doing with a sack there? And what's he doing in front of this thing here? Well, basically what it is, during the shows, we are giving you the opportunity to win prizes. I am like your crafting Santa Claus, and in my sack, I have some prizes. You can win simply by commenting during the shows, and at the end of each show, I get to draw out something from my sack. If it's your name that's in there, you will win yourself a prize, like already the likes of June have done. Vicky's also been a winner. Debbie Wilson and Amelia Sirocco, Karen Carter. Loads of you have got yourself onto Sarah's nice list, and you could be the next person to win. All you've got to do is comment during this show. We'll hopefully pull out your name to get you onto Sarah's nice list, and you will win yourself a prize. So get commenting on Facebook, get commenting on YouTube. Lots of fun to come. And hang on a minute, if I'm Mr. Crafty Claus, where's my cheeky crafty elf gone over the other side of the studio? Where is he? He must be there. Where is he? Oi, great. There he is!
Check this beast out! Have a look at this! This is the Sarah Signature Christmas 2021 launch of this year, coming up on launch day with Sarah. That being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Now look, 'twas the night before Christmas. 99 elements, 130 embellishments, and 120 sheets of paper. This is it. This is every single item within the collection you're getting. You've got ribbon, you've got bells, jingly bells, you've even got acorns, you've got your berries, they've got glisten on them as well. You've got ribbon that's got glitter within it. You've got embossing folders, stamps, dies, frames, borders, edgeables, create a poinsettia, pattern paper, block cardstock. You've got pearlescent card, glitter card, mirror card. Everything is in this full collection here. Now today, every single one of you, if you're new, old, or been with us for a while but are not in Club Inspire, that comes to you at £134 or $170. You guys stateside, free shipping.
Yeah!
Free shipping.
Woo!
That's your paper pads. 3 12x12 paper pads, and everything else comes to you with free shipping. Now, that is phenomenal as it is. Are you platinum? That comes down even further. That comes down to £107.20, $136 for you guys stateside. You guys across Central Europe, you just need to go across onto your website. So that is everything within the big launch. Not forgetting, whatever tier you are on in Club Inspire, it's double points. Double points, you might not be on Club Inspire. This is then, or you might not be platinum, but this may potentially take you into the platinum level for future purchases. So there we go. This is the big launch. We've got Ben back in the building. We've got John's back in the building.
Way! Oh, John!
Get away from my demo area. He's not demoing. He's not.
He's drunk now, isn't he?
Oh, I've just heard everyone at home just going, "Oh, I thought he was going to demo." No, it is definitely me that's going to be demoing. So we've got them in the building. We have got Charlotte's back in the building.
Yeah.
Johnny's back in the building. Why am I telling you this? That is because he's already jumping down my ear saying, "How many is going? How much?" Nearly a fifth of the stock already, the full collection has gone. Now, do you know what I want you to do? I want you to, take a moment or two just to stay calm and think, right, 'twas the night before Christmas. This is your traditional feel. This is the song, the verse, this everything that you're going to know year after year after year. This is the story that's never going to date. This is the colour palette that's never going to date. Maybe you want to get some extra paper pads, just the paper pads as well. So what we've then got is we've got a bundle with just the paper pads. Now, not only is it just the paper pads, what happens is you get the patterned paper pad that we can see here. You have got your block colour paper pad in the middle. You've also got your full paper pad at the back that's got all your glitter in that. But for no extra cost, we will give you another patterned paper pad as well. How phenomenal is that? £42.97 here in the UK, $59.85 for you guys stateside. Platinum comes all the way down to $34.38 or $47.88. How much, Johnny? Quarter of the stock of just the paper pads alone. So just to make it clear again, it works like you're paying for the 3 pads, 3 12x12 paper pads, and we give you a 4th one for free, another one of the pattern paper, because you're going to be using them time and time again, year after year after year. So if you want to go for extra paper pads, or do you know what? Maybe you don't want the big collection, you just want the paper pads for whatever reason, that's entirely up to yourself. You absolutely can go for that. If you do go for that, double point as well. But as Johnny's just said, because of technology nowadays, we can see what you're checking out. So many of you are in actual fact going for the big bundle, and then you're going in for additional paper pads. In that case, what will happen is you'll be ending up with 3 patterned 12x12 paper pads. So think of it year after year after year. We're going to go through it in more detail with Sarah at 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But the patterned paper pad, 12x12, but within some of the sheets, you have got 4 6x6 toppers. You've got little tags in that you can cut out. There's loads and loads and loads of versatility. You're going to be able to see you can create your own "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" stories as well. And something that I changed my mind at the very last minute before I left the house this morning, that what we're going to demo first, instead of it being a card, we're going to do a little bit of home decor within Wake Up Call. So that is all about "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" coming up on launch day. Today's price, you're saving 30%, but then if you come down into platinum, that has got that incredible saving altogether as well. You guys stateside, free shipping for that. Wow. There we go. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal when it comes to that collection. But I'm not finished there. What we're then away to do is we're going to bring you something that's coming up in Colour Me Happy with myself. And do you know what? These are going to work perfectly with this collection. Or maybe you want to use them on their own. And that is our Crafter's Companion Christmas stamp collection with 44 elements in total. You can then colour them till your heart's content. Well, Craig, what can I colour them with? Hang fire. I'm going to tell you and show you in a moment or two. But today's price, £26.19, $36.48. Really nice saving straight off the bat, but you know what? Platinum, do you know what? We're going to give you it for even less. £20.95 or £20.95 or $29.18 for you guys stateside as well. Really nice Christmas collection that you've got in there if you want to be using them on their own in conjunction with the Twas the Night Before Christmas. Or another option, you might want to go for the stamps and just the paper pad bundle. They're going to work beautifully together as well. It's entirely up to you. We're all about giving you guys the option at home. But what I did also just say a moment ago is how are you going to colour your stamps? Well, one of the options that we've got coming up is our Buy the Show bundle. And this is all about our Harmony water reactive ink pads and our metallic liquid ink 23-piece collection. Today's price being £88 or $125. Platinum, £70, $40 or $100 exact for you guys stateside as well. So we've got water reactive in there and we have got the liquid pots as well, both of which will have a little bit of a look and a play within Wake Up Call. We'll demo them more detail later on in Colour Me Happy with myself and Ben, that being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But as you can see, there's a reason why we are beyond excited, more than usual, on Crafters TV today. And that is because it is the big launch that you guys have been waiting for when it comes to Twas the Night Before Christmas. And I already know by looking at the side of me, Ben, there is loads and loads of comments coming through right now, isn't there?
Oh yes, the excitement is palpable. We are so super excited, and of course the more you comment, the more chances you've got of getting yourself onto Sarah's nice list at the end of the show and winning yourself a prize. Already Georgianne is in, Diane is in from Lincolnshire, Terry Tom's in from Ohio, June from Norwich and Laura from Virginia. Anna says hello from Houston, Patricia from Ohio, loads of you already watching. I love to see so many people from all over, says Laura, mate. It's so fun to connect. This launch, says Faye, is the one I've been most excited for this year. I think most of us have, and the comments about this just show the level of excitement and why this is already flying out the door. Loads of you who watch this show, you know that this is the sneak peek. This is your chance to get in early before the official launch at 3 o'clock when you know the stock is going to be decimated. So get buying now to ensure that you get what you want. I was playing with my Twas the Night Before Christmas collection last night, says Karen Fisher on Facebook. I need to finish my card. Gilmore says, hi Craig, part-timer Ben and team. And Sherry says, I could handle working 2 days a week. I mean, it takes a special kind of person to put in the hours that I do, Sherry. It really does. And loads of people commenting about this as well. I'm trying to channel my inner Father Christmas to kind of get in with this collection. And this is all I managed to grow over the last 8 days. So, I mean, it's not that impressive, but let me know in the comments. Apparently lots of comments about my moustache. Keep it or shave it. I can shave it off in between shows if you want, because I brought my razor in just in case. Sam says, love the Night Before Christmas. Carrie says, this is another fantastic collection. And Susan just saying, I love that there's a lot of colouring to come as well. Right, keep those comments coming in. Make sure you get whatever it is you want, because you got up early, so you may as well take advantage of the deals. And let's get on over to Craig, the other side of the studio, who wears a beard much better than I. And let's get looking through this amazing Twas the Night Before Christmas collection. What can we be making? And what are you smiling at, mister?
I'm just smiling. A couple of you thinking that I shrunk. I'm not shrunk. It's because of the size of everything within that collection there. Rebecca on YouTube saying, Craig, you look tiny behind that huge stack of goodies. Didn't adjust. I've not, well, I'll maybe shrink as I get older, but promise I'm not shrunk just yet. Not behind that collection. Trust me, it's huge. Now, I'm going to do something slightly different here.
Whoa, okay.
Right? Because there's so much we want to do. You know what I'm like? I love to give you a head start. To see the collection in full detail, all the sheets, the papers and that, you're going to have to come back and see Sarah and Ben at 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. They're going to go through it more in detail. What I'm going to do, show you some finished samples. I'm going to do a little bit of a demo, and we'll talk around the collection as well. So come back later on to see it all in more detail as well, because there's stamps, there's dies, there's embellishments, there's bells, there's loads. So let's dive straight in, Ben, and let's have a look at some of what you can be creating. Now, boxes, You know, we all need boxes at Christmas time. We have got that selection. If you go for the full bundle, you've got that selection of cardstock and papers. You've got your glitter card, shedless glitter card here.
Yes.
It's been embossed. I know it's harder to see on here, but it's been embossed using that musical lyrics embossing folder. No cracking, no creasing, no nothing whatsoever. Absolutely pristine. But then what you've got is you've got a stocking that you can build up. It's a plain stocking, but then you get all these additional elements that you can build upon. Now look at all this. This isn't something that I'm coming you to say, do you know what, go to your inexpensive stores and go and purchase them and then pop them on. This is all included as well. The berries, even the berries with all these little microbeads that make them look sparkly, included. Metallic berries, included. Pine cones, included. Frosted pine cones, included. All there included for you. But what we've also done is given you really gorgeous colour tones. Not just reds, not just greens, and not just in the shades that will be traditional. We've given you these blues as well. So whether you use some of the pattern papers with the reds and the greens, it's going to complement with the blues too. This frame included. Build a tiny poinsettia included. So you've got the scripts and all that as well. All included. So you can do boxes, smaller cards. What about going to town on all of the different fancy concepts that you can go to? Now, as I go through them all, I'm going to do a shout out. Caroline, who made that one here. Then within this one here, what we've got is Sandy. She's made this one here. So what we're going to do there, how phenomenal does that look? Now, what I'm going to do actually, right, I'm going to go quiet for a moment and show you a few finished samples, because I know, Ben, there's something that you want to say as well, isn't there?
Yeah, just to say, a few of you have been struggling to find this in the show category. If you're watching on the Wake Up Call, all you'll need to do is just type in the word TWAS, T-W-A-S, and that will find this collection for you. There's a couple of Christmas gremlins in the system, which is not allowing this to be shut up. If you just type in TWAS, you will be able to access this collection like Sherry has just done, saying, I've just placed my order. Trish saying, ordered the paper pack collection last night, can't wait for it to come. And Deborah just saying, do I pick up extra paper, bells, twine, pine cones? Oh, you pick up the lot, Deborah. You've got to go for it all. But remember, as Craig is saying, what you're seeing within this collection, there's so much with it, and I love the fact that you do get all of those embellishments as well. It's the most Christmassy collection I think I've ever seen. Listen to the jingle bells.
Listen to it. It's as if, you know, the little kiddies, grandkiddies are waiting. It's night time, listening for that bells, you know. But then you can go down the lines of, you know, it's a wonderful Christmas. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. Concept cards. Everything that I am showing you comes included within this collection here. Jingling. So that one being by Jan, this one here that we've got by Katie. So if you want to keep them very simplistic, little mats and layers, this is fabric ribbon. This is glittery ribbon as well, all included. So again, this one here by Julia, building up the stocking, but using, so actually here's a good example here. See this 6x6 design on the background? That is in the 6x6 paper pad, but it's also within the 12x12, where you're just going to chop up the 12x12 into 4 sections, and you've got 4 big toppers. Now, this is one we instantly already know, certainly by the other day, without even looking at the name, I know that this is Margot that's made this one. Isn't it phenomenal?
That is amazing.
All that's really been added is some additional glitter, but it's all been incorporated by the collection. All of these, and these are little individual dies, nothing little about them, but they build up to make this gorgeous poinsettia as well. So what about your door hangers? Santa, please stop here, you know, feed the reindeer, just anything that you could do. But then going in, now that I've showed you all them, what about bunting?
Now, jingly bunting.
Jingly bunting. You can colour theme them whichever colours you want. Bring in your alphabet dies and you can do names on them if you want, or initials to make names. There really, really is so much that you can be doing with this collection here. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is only a smidge of some of the finished samples that you can make, because held back on some of them as well to deliberately tease you. Not only are you going to have to come back and see Sarah and Ben for the full view of the collection, but for so many different samples and ideas, you're going to be able to do this. Also, 19th of August is a craft along. And do you know something? That is a bombshell exclusive. Johnny has just told me in my ear right now, it's me that's doing it.
Did you not know that?
Me and Joe, we are on 19th of August, we are doing the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas craft along.
Brilliant.
I am beyond excited about that one. So I tell you what, let's get myself sorted for the demonstration. We'll go back to Ben, he'll have a read of comments because they're coming through thick and fast, I can see them, and we'll see what else you're saying and I can get sorted and get demoing.
Just to say, if you log into the website, you'll be able to see this collection. I know a few people have struggled to find it, but the majority of you now seeing it, and the majority of you now buying it as well. There's so many comments coming through. Marsha Andrews saying the luxury paper is beautiful. I have it, and I had to order more. The paper's amazing, says Karen. Some of the paper has gold foiling on it. Marsha Andrews saying, I love this collection. It's overwhelmingly stunning, says Rebecca White. And as I say, so many of you checking out your baskets as well. Lots of you marveling at those gorgeous samples too. Gets the old creative juices flowing, doesn't it? Everything about this collection, says Pamela, who's already, I've noticed, on Sarah's nice list, makes me squeal with delight. Placed my order yesterday, says Deborah. Extra paper card bundle fell into my basket. Ho, ho, ho. And remember, the great thing is if you go for this bundle, and like so many of you do, buy the extra paper bundle as well, it's worth doing because you'll get the repeats of the 3 paper pads that you're getting within the collection, so you get 3 more, and then you'll get an extra one of the pattern paper pads thrown into that bundle for free as well. And I think last week at a quarter of the stock has already gone. We're not launching this officially till 3 o'clock, and we're already talking about a quarter of that stock gone. $34.38 platinum price, $47.88. Now is the time to grab yours, because then you can sit back and relax at 3 o'clock, safe in the knowledge that yours is on the way to you, and you can take all of the inspiration and demonstration with our Sarah a little bit later on. Lots of people already buzzing about the craft along, which is coming up in the middle of August as well. Now we've chatted about that. Loads of love for this collection, but let's have a look at what Craig has got lined up for us. I just love the vintage feel of this, and I think, like you said earlier on, Craig, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." It is it's a poem, it's a verse that everybody knows, and it was written back in the early 1800s, but it is a poem and a verse which is just going to keep going and going and going, isn't it, through the generations?
It is, it really is. Think of the little memory books that you can do. One of those keepsakes is going to come out time and time of year. I'm going to say this now, here in the UK, we are 23 minutes past midday. I think potentially this is the most amount of comments that we've had within this time frame on any wake-up call.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Bonkers. It's gone absolutely bonkers. So thank you so much. Right, we're going to go into a demonstration very quickly, that full collection. If you are going with the today's price, £134 here in the UK, $170 for you guys stateside, free shipping. But with platinum, that comes down even further, £107.20 or $136 for you guys. If you are across Central Europe, you need to go to crafterscompanion.co.uk here in the UK, .com for you guys stateside, .eu for Central Europe. Now, right, enough of that stuff. Let's get demoing.
Let's do it.
Get demoing. Forgive me, my section I've got planned for the water reactives later on, that might be quite short, and we'll focus on them and colour me happy. Do you know what? I think you'll forgive me. I think you'll forgive me.
Just about.
Just about. Here we go. My initial idea was this lovely looking card. What I've decided to do is I picked up my car keys and the idea came in my head. I've got a little inexpensive canvas here. No. Johnny thought it was the way to say I was demoing my car keys. Not quite. That would be fun, interesting. Wouldn't get in my car then. So I have got a really nice, inexpensive canvas. Now for you guys here in the UK, I got it out of the store called The Works. Got 3 of them within a pack for a couple of pounds. That's how inexpensive they are. Now what I'm going to do is I've brought in one of the 12 by 12 paper sheets, and what I'm doing is I'm going to use the side that's got some musical lyrics, and this just a little bit bigger than the canvas, which happens to be 5 by 7 tacky glue. Now we are going to go over our canvas with our tacky glue. So we're going to give it a really good spread. Now what I'm going to do is, more time at home, I would make sure that when I pop my paper over the top, I would go right over the edges. But for the sake of wake-up call today, what I'm only going to do, Ben, is I'm going to go in just onto this front layer.
Yeah.
And once I've completed it, if it doesn't make demo of the show, once I take it home, I'll go round, and what I can do is I could colour the edges with some of my ink pads.
Oh, okay.
But I'm given a really, really good smooth coating of my tacky glue.
That's the smallest canvas I've ever seen.
It's really dinky, isn't it?
Cute.
Really, really dinky. And when I seen them, it was a good couple of weeks ago now, it's one of those that I thought, it's going to come in handy for something.
Yeah.
Don't know what, but something.
I love the fact that as crafters, you just pick up bits and pieces and they go in the old, the gubbins box, or they go into storage somewhere, because you know somewhere down the line you're going to be using them for something or other. So I love the fact that you've done that and you grabbed it, and then here it is. Here
it is. We're coming to use it. Now what I would do at this point is make sure that it's completely dry so that it's nice and adhered to for what we're about to do next. Now of course, if I had realistically thought about doing this last night, I could have had one pre-prepped, but it doesn't matter, we're going to go for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this as close to the edge as I can without actually being on the edge. So we're going to go up. So in other words, I'm maybe leaving about 1 millimetre or 2. And what I'm away to do is to show you how you can get nice smooth edges on your canvases. Maybe you've got some of the Dreamies MDF shapes or that we've had not that long ago. So I'm going to roughly chop that up. Now what I'm going to come in with now is smooth sandpaper.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go in with smooth sandpaper. And what I'm going to do will also give it a nice distressed look. So I'm going to hold it. Have I got, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make use of my tools, Ben. I'm going to balance this on my mini. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape down. And what I'm doing is, by doing this, what it'll start to do is smooth out the edge of your paper.
Oh, okay.
It's going to give it a really nice white distressed look.
Yeah.
And it means that if you were to actually try and cut it as close to the canvas as possible, there's potential that you're going to get, you know, some of the little cut lines that's not going to be as smooth. So using some inexpensive sandpaper, and this was inexpensive. It was a pack of 9 sheets, and it was out that store, you know, where everything costs £1.
I don't think I know that one.
No, I don't know that one?
No.
Well, it was that one.
That's the 99p shop?
Yeah, that's it, plus a penny.
Oh, that one!
That one.
Oh, I know the one you mean now.
That one.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually going to do, it might be easier just holding it into my hand. So I'm going to balance it, and we're going to go all the way around, all 4 edges.
Loads of comments still coming in whilst we're watching you. Christmas in July is awesome, says Deborah. Christine Mahoney, hi Christine, says, oh and gosh, I love the whole set. I love that paper, gorgeous. Ordered the mega bundle on HSN, says Nicole, but I grabbed the extra paper today. And Lisa just saying on Facebook, I think the Twas the Night Before Christmas covers so many types of cards and projects. It's also good for your scrapbooking pages too. And I think this is a case in point as well, what we're seeing with Craig right now, that it does cover so many different projects. And it just spans all ages as well. I think this is one of the most Christmassy collections I've ever seen. And as much as I love Christmas, I do find it hard sometimes to get into the Christmas spirit in July.
Yeah.
But this collection, for me, is just making me want it to be Christmas Day tomorrow. Do you know what I mean, Craig?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I always want to go home and watch Home Alone.
Well, what I actually done the other night, now my friends were laughing at me, because as you all know at home, those that aren't crafters, when we say we're crafting in June or July, they'll go, what?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What you doing? So when I post it on my Instagram and my friends and family seen, well, my family know that obviously we're crafting June, but my friends that don't, I popped on my Instagram that when I was using this the other night, I had gone on to Netflix and I was re-watching the Christmas Chronicles.
I love that!
With Kurt Russell.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually did. And I sat and I watched the first one.
Yeah.
I only intended to watch the first one.
And then?
And then I watched the second one again straight after.
What did you make of the second one?
I enjoyed it.
You did?
I did enjoy it, yeah. I think I enjoyed it as well because Goldie Hawn had another or a more leading part
She had a bigger
in it.
part in it, didn't she?
Yeah, see, her and her daughter Kate Hudson, I just think they're totally underrated as an actress. I think they're both absolutely phenomenal. So to see Goldie Hawn and her partner Kurt in it was brilliant.
And do you know what? Wasn't he good as Father Christmas?
He was.
When they brought the first one out, I thought, Kurt Russell?
I was the same.
Father Christmas? Are you joking me? He was
I was
brilliant.
exactly the same as you.
He
Thought
was
exactly
brilliant.
the same, but he was really, really good. Now here we go. We've got nice smooth edges all the way round. We've got a bit of a white distressed all the way round. You might want to, actually, let's do this. Let's go in. I'm going to use Freyard Brown, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round, and I'm not going to completely coat off the white edges. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to enhance the edges with a little bit of brown. So there we go. And that's all that I'm going to do with that part. So instead of a card blank, I've got my canvas now.
Love it.
So what I'm going to do here is let's go in some of the pattern paper, in the pad, some of the glitter. Now I want to explain this. My mats and layers, you know how I always go 1/4 inch all the way around, Ben? What I've done is I've only done 1/4 inch on the left and the right.
Oh, yeah.
What I've done is I've kept it flat at the top, and it's just about bringing the eye in. What that does, your mats and layers at the edges, that blocks the layers. It's like the finishing full stop. Whereas by leaving it, what it does is it trains the eye to think it's nice and long by whatever you're popping into the middle.
I see.
So we're going to go in with tape to start with.
Look at the reverse.
What was
that? The reverse of that paper as well.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Double-sided.
Double
A
A-sides.
ones.
Yes, as Johnny's saying, no B-sides here, all
Nope.
A-sides. That's what it's all about.
Now, because we're going on a shedless glitter card, I am still going to add a little bit of tacky glue because the double-sided tape will give it its instant stick, and then the tacky glue will dry into all of the grains. So now what we can do here is let's go in, and we're going to pop this one on flat. So do you know something? I'm scared to ask this, Johnny, but how long have I got?
Oh, listen to that. He's just gone, you have as long as you want. I've never
Long
heard
as you
anything so
want.
generous.
Do you know something as well, though? Yeah, Ben, joking aside, so many of you at home are wanting to see this. So we will look at the Harmony Water Reactive ink pad bundle, but I might not spend as long on it in Wake Up Call. We'll do that in Colour Me Happy later on. But there we go. We've got our layers there, good to go. Now,
I reckon, sorry, I was just looking at my list here. We've got about 7 or 8 minutes until you're supposed to finish. However, I know from past shows that you don't tend to stick to the, because it's Wake Up Call with Craig. We have our list there, but you just tend to do your own thing a little bit, really, don't you? So you do what you want.
Well,
yeah, you do what you want.
Well, what I was about to say is our original flow that we go over, I do stick to it.
Yeah.
It's the timings. See, what I go over on my first demo, it has to be taken off down the line on my other demos.
Right.
So that's how we work it.
Yes.
So if you ever see me rushing at the very last demo, that's because you know that I've gone over on my time with the first or the second demo. Giving away all the secrets. But I think, certainly on Wake Up Call, we'll focus on this collection, we'll focus on the stamps later on, and then with the water reactive ink pads, at least then, we're doing a talk around anyway, but we will be actually showing you them in detail come Colour Me Happy later on. But here we go. So on this one here...
Is there a thief in the studio? What the... What happened there? What was that all about? Where's he taking those bags?
He is actually gone.
Thief!
Santa! He's taking them.
I love the little dance out of the studio as well. What was that all about? Oh dear.
Oh gosh, that was funny.
There you go, everybody. There's your second John sighting of the day. Inside 35 minutes. Wow.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Overplaying his
Things that
part these
happen.
days, isn't he? Overplaying his part.
Now, I've cut this into this kind of this deep pearl evergreen card that's in the collection. Now, I've used it without the centre oval. If you use the oval, then you're going to create an aperture within the middle. But all of these die cut, and these make really cute little poinsettias with the embellishments. So I've done it once within our cardstock. Now, some of the other colour that I have used that's not in the collection is some ivory cardstock. Now, as crafters, I know most of you will have an ivory or a white. And what I'm doing is I'm doing my good old drop shadow, but I want height on this. The original plan was, of course, going to be a card, but by doing a canvas, it really does allow you that freedom to go tall. So it's a drop shadow, but what I've done is I've lifted it with some foam pads. So we're still getting that ivory drop shadow coming through. That shows it better there. But you still get the evergreen. And I've got my tape already here. So what we can do here, Ben, is if we layer this one up, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with this stamp set here at the side. And we've got scrolls here, we've got sentiments, and we have got the world famous now Dasher, now Dancer script phrase that runs all the way out.
Dasher, now Dancer, now Donna on Blitzen, on Comet, on Cupid, on
Well, you're close.
Oh, who knows the rhyme then? There's one for this.
So
what is it? It's on Dasher, on Dancer, on Donna, on Blitzen, Comet, on...
No.
On Dasher, on...
So it's now Dancer, now...
Hang on, wait. Now Dancer, now Prancer.
No.
No, wait. Now Dancer, now Dasher, now Donna... No. Now Dasher.
Yep.
Now Dancer.
Yep.
Now Donna.
Nope.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer.
Yep.
Now Blitzen.
And Vixen.
And Vixen. On Donna, on...
Nope.
On Comet, on Cupid.
Yep.
On Donna.
Yep. And Blitzen.
On Blitzen.
There you go.
There, we've got that in the end. Thank you.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen.
Yeah.
On Comet, on Cupid. On Donna, on Blitzen.
Yeah.
To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away,
dash away, all.
There you go. We got there in the end. Woo! Woohoo! We got there. But yeah, even that is within this collection. And this sounds daft, not maybe to crafters, but it's readable. Now, it may be a small, relatively small script. In actual fact, it is 2 1/4 by 3 inches, but it is a readable, usable Christmas verse script. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use water reactive, and I'm going to use Pebble for this one. And we're going to go in. Now again, this is another piece of ivory card that I've got at home. So it's not watercolour card, it's ivory smooth card. But I'm still going to do a little bit of watercolouring. So we've got our script there. So if I move these ones out the way for a second, and what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to bring in a couple of aqua pens.
Okay.
I'm going to come in with the tawny. And I'm also, because it's towards the night before Christmas...
What's the one you've got in the Tawny's, eh?
Tawny, yeah.
Tawny.
Going to go in with that one. Now instead...
Not Tony, Johnny.
Not Tony.
Tawny.
Tawny.
Tawny, not Tony.
Because it's twas the night before Christmas and the reindeer shoot off in the sleigh, you get all the dust, the fairy dust, the sparkle. Instead of using a water brush, I'm going to use my clear sparkle overlay.
Yep.
And what we're going to do...
What's that one called? Derek? Derek and Tony.
It's called Joe.
Joe.
We're going to do some watercolouring, and this is going to give us a gorgeous accent sparkle that's going to work an absolute treat when it comes to this canvas.
Just whilst you're colouring, a few comments and a little question, which I know the answer to, but I'll let Craig talk about it because it's going to be his thing anyway. Alison just saying, I ordered this collection. My husband's giving it to me as a birthday present. Cindy says, Craig, you never cease to amaze me with your crafting talent. Lots of people loving the idea of using the canvas as well, which is brilliant. Lots of people loving John's cute dance. And Marsha's saying, already bought my set. So excited about the collection, says Janice. Already ordered more paper. Thank you for all these comments. And don't forget, by commenting, you get a step closer to getting on Sarah's nice list. Somebody will win a prize come the end of the show. Just a quick comment here, and this is a good chance to remind all of our newbies as well. But Lisa wants to know about the craft along, Craig. So, as I say, I know this, but let's get you to explain. So she wants to know what it entails. Do you have to register? And do you have to pay? So for people who are new, what are our craft alongs?
So our craft alongs, what we do is roughly round about 1 month after a product launches, one of us on the team, so me, Sarah, Leanne, two Debbies, Jan, any of us on the team will come along and do a craft along.
Okay.
I think the last one was it this week? Was it just this week or the last week?
Last week, I think.
But yeah, so what happens is we go off. So now that I know that I'm doing this one, and FYI, I've got one next week, Nature Garden Gnome Collection.
Yes.
So prime example. So while I'm colouring this, I'll explain. Next week, I've got Nature Garden Gnome Collection.
Okay.
29th. So what you're going to do is round about a few days before, maybe round about Wednesday, I'm certainly going to try for Wednesday, keep an eye on my Facebook, my Instagram, Crafters Companions Facebook page. What we'll do is we will share a picture of what we're going to make, and we will also share a shopping list of all the products that I'm going to use. Then on the 29th, we're going to spend those 2 hours, full 2 hours, making that project together. Doesn't cost anything whatsoever. You can then come along, follow that list, get all the bits together, ready for the show on the 29th, which will be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And we go right back to basics. We do step by step. I don't have anything prepped. I've got the products with me. We cut the card together. We die cut together. We colour together. We go very slow, step by step, and as I say, it's that one project within 2 hours.
So it's real-time crafting, isn't it?
Real time.
There's no, here's one I made earlier, or this bit I did earlier on. Is literally, we craft at your pace, and there have been so many times where, we've been crafting along and people have just gone, oh, can you just sort of repeat that bit, or can you just slow down just a little bit? We do it to the speed that you want. And like you say, Craig, I've done craft alongs which have taken an hour and a quarter. I've done craft alongs which have taken the whole 2 hours, but it's all about crafting in real time. And the great thing is if you are yet to get the particular collection that we're crafting with, you can buy it on the show, and then you've got the show to then watch back whenever you want, haven't you? Yeah,
you do. All of our shows, every single one of them, go on our YouTube, so you can go back time and time again and watch them. Now, what's key is after the live show, you can still do the craft along. Now, it won't be live, but you can still do it. And you can pause us and rewind us and, do all the things that you can do within YouTube. But the key thing is, this is where I am so proud as a company, and with all the awards that we're up for that we'll go over throughout the day, we are so interactive. And I firmly believe, me personally, we are one of, if not the most interactive, hate to use the word shopping channel, but within the crafting realms, that you can instantly ask a question. So much so, I'll show the back so you don't see all comments. Wake up call, I've got your comments coming through, Ben's got them through, and we can look at your questions and answer them instantly. That's what I love about us.
I've got a question which I can throw at you in just a second as well. And just to say, talking about the nominations, Craft Along is a show that has been nominated for an award as well at the Best of Craft Awards. Just before I throw a question to Craig, which is to do with what he's doing now, if you do want to join us, by the way, on things like Craft Along and Craft House, which we've got coming up tomorrow, you can get in touch with us. The email address you'll need is crafterstvguest@crafterscompanion.co.uk. So bottom of your screen there. So if you want to make it completely interactive and join with us on a craft along, then get in touch and we will get you on with us. We'll chat along with you, we'll craft along with you, and it is such a brilliant thing to do. And so many of you who've done it before have said, what a great experience, want to do it again. But just to prove how interactive we are, so let's get this question from Anita, who says, I would never have thought to use the sparkle pen like Craig just did. What a great idea. Does it leave the nib dirty though with the colour you're using?
Really good question. So yes, you will be ending up with a little bit of residual ink on the back. or on the nib, but all that you're going to do, a little bit of scrap or on the glass mat. In actual fact, look at that. You know, it may stain it slightly,
but it's not
coming off. No, it's not coming off. So you're going to do that with anything water-based, like your aqua pens, sparkle pens, aqua tints, anything water-based. So if you do get a little bit of colour on the end, take a little bit of scrap, do a little bit of a squiggle, take it off, may, very much similar to our stamps, may stain the stamp / might stain the nib, but the colour won't transfer. And I felt that with this 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Ben, that this little bit of accent sparkle really, really works an absolute treat. Now with this set, because it's mostly sentiments, you don't get dies with it, but this one is relatively simple to actually cut out. And within this set as well, you've got these little scrolls. So what I've already done is using the burgundy, and I really watered it down from the aqua pens, has done these ones. So because this is full of embellishments, Ben, what I'm going to do is use my glue gel for this.
Okay.
Because we all know that I use the glue gel for embellishments. So we're going to pop that in, we're going to pop that in, then we're going to bring in all of these little bits to finish off.
Brilliant.
All of these come included.
Yep.
The wire for them are all coated, so you can see them on the project, and they're going to work and they're going to complement, but I have snipped them down further. And then we've got all this gold thread. What I've done is tied little knots. Now what we can do is we can finish this canvas by building it up.
Lisa, who we just answered her question about the craft along, says, thank you, Ben and Craig, that's fab. I can't wait. It's now in my calendar. You guys at Crafters Companion are amazing. I wish I'd known about it sooner. You're welcome, Lisa, and that again just shows how interactive we are here. Thank you for everyone for suggesting I log in to see the available items, says Kathy. It worked. Yes, for those of you who have been struggling to see, if you do log into the website, you can see everything then. Kathy says, so happy I was able to purchase the complete collection and the ink pad collection. Loads of love just generally coming in. Using sparkle pens is so wonderful for this collection, says Lisa Riffenberg. I love that you're using the aqua markers with the clear sparkle pen. Marilyn saying, great tips, Craig. I'll be using that technique using the clear sparkle marker and ink. Thank you. And Robbie just saying, I love how you aged that scroll, Craig. It's beautiful, and it really is. You know, talking about the Christmas Chronicles, the Christmas Chronicles. This looks like something that could be hanging on Santa's walls in his grotto. It's that beautiful, Craig. It's brilliant.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that.
Really gorgeous.
Now, I did think this would look lovely on the card, but I am so delighted that I had that. I can't even say I looked on my wall and I seen a canvas and it gave me an idea. I just thought, oh, a canvas would look nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop that in.
How long does it take for that 3D glue to set? Alison wants to know.
Well, what I'll do, and say round about 20 minutes, it would be movable.
Right.
But anything that is wet, I would always suggest leave it overnight. Leave it overnight to dry completely. But that's all that I'm doing. The other little bit of a little tip I could give you, white card with this collection would work well, but if you do have ivory or cream card, that will certainly work an absolute treat as well, any ivory cardstock. And I'm going to lift up for a short period because I don't want any of the pine cones or that to fall off. Now you can see.
That's fab.
Now we've got our canvas, very dimensional, but with it being a canvas, it allows us to be like that. But you've got that script, simple stamp there. That was the tawny aqua pens that I used, but that has come from everything within that main collection, that main bundle of Sarah's 2021 Christmas collection, which is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 99 elements, 130 embellishments, 120 sheets, pattern paper, core colour, and also your luxury cardstock. £134 here in the UK for you guys stateside. You're going to be getting it $170. That means that you're going to be getting free shipping, of course. But if you're platinum, that comes down to £107.20 or $136. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu for anything extra that you see. But remember, with it being our Club Inspire Christmas member event, it's double points on these collections as well. Awesome. awesome day to be tuning into Crafters TV.
It really is. It's like truly exciting. What an amazing new launch. The stock is flying, and imagine how busy it's going to be later on when we officially launch it. Almost a quarter of the stock of the big collection has already gone pre-launch. And the other thing which is flying out the door is that paper pad collection as well. We're almost at 30% of the paper pad. And remember, if that goes, the big collection goes as well. That's how it works. But this is definitely worth adding in as an extra because, of course, not only will you get one more of each of the 3 paper pads that you're going to get in this collection, but it works out in this deal that you'll get one of the pattern paper pads for absolute free as well. So we know how you love to kind of max out your bundles, even the massive bundles like this. But that's the way to do it because you'll get that free paper pad included as well. $34.38. $47.88 is the deal, and double points, of course. Don't forget. Keep those comments coming in because not only you just reminded me, I think it was Marsha or was it Bonnie? Bonnie was just saying that last demo worthy of demo of the day. We've got to get you to vote for your demo of the show during this show. We'll also have to pick who's going to go onto Sarah's nice list. That could be you if you've already commented. If you haven't, make sure you do comment because you could get on the list. And also, we'll be giving away a prize as well. Now, a lot of people have been commenting about a little ditty I put on my Facebook page at the start of the week. Thank you. I did it to tie in with this collection actually, so I rewrote "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to do a Crafter's Companion version of it. So I filmed it in front of my fireplace at home. That was hot, at 30 degrees on a summer's day, and I sent it in to the guys here. And Tori, who one of our team in production, has done an unbelievable job to really put the Christmassy feels on this poem. So here it is. This is our version of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Have a look at this.
'Twas a CTV Christmas and in every house. Everybody was crafting, no one was left out. The craft mat was placed on the table with care to make handmade cards at which people would stare. The crafters were busy, as I have just said, with ideas of great projects running round in their heads. And I in my waistcoat thought I'd join in too, so turned to CC to see what to do. When out on the socials there arose such a clatter, I logged onto Facebook to see what was the matter. Sarah Claus was giving prizes and double points too, for members of course. You are one, aren't you? With deals on new ranges and cardstock and glue, with craft stash galore and some great machines too. Then on CTV, oh who should appear but our very own Joe to add more Christmas cheer. With his bright coloured shirt on and bargains galore. What great prices he said, oh shut the front door. Then more rapid than eagles, our experts they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Debbie, now Bernie, now Craig and Leanne, on Fish, on Fiona, on Sarah and Jan, to the CTV studios away down the hall. Now craft away, craft away, craft away all. And as the day ended on Crafters TV, I left feeling inspired and quite Christmassy. Then I heard Sarah Claus shout as she walked out of sight, happy crafting to all, and to all a good night.
There we go, that was "'Twas the CTV Christmas," and as I say, hats off to Tori and our team for putting that together. I feel like I've been part of like some sort of like Hollywood blockbuster there with all of the special effects. That was brilliant, and if you want to watch it again, it is up on all of our CTV and Crafters Companion pages on Facebook. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in. Loads of love coming in, by the way, for the paper collection. I have a feeling that as people begin to wake up across the States particularly, is going to fly out of the door later on. So if you're thinking of, I don't know, waiting, I would say to you, get it now, because that stock is going to be decimated come 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. So get your bargains now, and then you can ensure that whatever it is that you want will be heading to you. Kathy just saying the collection well worth the wait. Beverly saying love all the paper pads, so good that the pads can all be purchased together. And Alison saying, haha, hubby bought me the whole collection and the extra paper bundles and the little bits too. I cannot wait for this to come. Craig looks like he's having a look at some of the comments as well. Spotted anything you like on there, mister?
Again, just absolutely loving, yes, the paper pad, but loving what Ben's just done as well. Shout out as well to Tori, many years saying, for that wonderful, wonderful video that she's done. Loving the fussy cutting that I done as well.
Oh yes, I meant to throw you that question actually.
What was that, sorry?
The fussy cutting.
The fussy cutting.
There's a question about it from Lisa saying, Craig, got to be careful how you say this, you are such a wonderful fussy cutter. You make it look so easy. Do you have any tricks that we can use? Do you have any tricks for your fussy cutting?
Fussy cutting?
Yes.
Yeah, so what we can do, let's very quickly, because we're away to have a look at the ink bundle, the
Yes.
By the Show, where myself and Ben, we will go over it in a lot more detail later on Colour Me Happy. Although just to say...
Oh yeah, we're together later again, aren't we?
We're back again later on,
Yes.
we are. The By the Show bundle, I will be using within the last demo here on Wake Up Call, so we will kind of be talking you around them. But what I'm going to do is let's quickly stamp this. We'll just do the scroll again because I love it so much. And I'm not being overly straight because it's to show you what I would always recommend, and not just me, you know, anyone that likes fussy cutting will find. Usually what you find, or what you think, is that you move your scissors.
Yeah.
But you don't actually.
Oh.
You keep the scissors in your hand as relatively still as possible, and you move the cardstock. So I'm going to keep this. All that I'm doing is closing the scissors.
Yeah.
So I'm closing the scissors, and then what I'm doing is I'm moving this hand here. So my left hand is what I'm moving.
Yeah.
It's not actually this hand with my scissors. So as I'm cutting, and then as you can see, I'm moving this. So we're working our way around. So keep my scissors still. All that I'm doing is closing, and then I'm using this hand with the paper, and I'm moving that one. So you've got a little bit more, if not a lot more flexibility by moving this hand. What I always would do as well is I would roughly cut even closer, like that. Then it will make it even easier to then do your fussy cutting by closing, forget to this last corner, by moving your hand and the paper. And it gives you more freedom when you do your fussy cutting round, whether it's a scroll or script or image or anything like that.
Fab.
I personally always leave a little bit of a border, a mil or something like that, but if you want to obviously keep it as close up to the edge, you can do as well. But that is how I would always recommend someone to do the fussy cutting, is so that you move the hand that's holding the cardstock, not the scissors.
There you go, a quick fussy cutting 101 for you there. And again, shows you how interactive we are. You ask the questions, you want to see something done, we will do it for you. That's what we are here for. Still loads of comments coming in about the Twas the Night Before Christmas collection. We'll touch on those more in just a second. Loads of you telling me that you're buying this collection as well. Bought the collection, says Kathy. Gillian says, missed the Christmas collection paper pad last year, so ordered early and added extra. I just ordered the large set and extra paper, says Elizabeth. I can't wait to get it. I'm just telling you this right now and reiterating how busy we are, because when we come back later on, you're going to find that stock is flying out the door like Father Christmas on his, I don't know what that is, Father Christmas on his sleigh with his reindeer. Yeah, he's got a bit of turbulence going on there. Right, let's get on back over to Craig. What are we doing? We're looking at the ink pads now, yes?
We are. Yes, we're going to have a little look at the ink pad. So once again, we will have a look in a lot of detail coming up in Colour Me Happy, and we will use some of them within the next demo with the Christmas stamps. But let's do a little bit of a talk around with the By the Show bundle that we've got coming up for you when it comes to water reactive inks, but also we have got our liquid jars as well. Water reactive, that means we can do so much. So not only can you stamp with them, but then what you can do is you can do your colouring with them, you can do your blending, your spritzing, your backgrounds, lots of them. So what do you want to know? You want to know, of course, what is within the full bundle. So it is By the Show water reactive ink pads and a metallic liquid ink. So that's 23 pieces in total. Now, £88 or $125. Look at that saving that you are getting instantly, straight off the bat. £46.77 or $65.25. So when it comes to this one here, it is an incredible saving. But of course, with platinum, that comes down even further to £70.40 or $100 on the nose for that one there. Water reactive, many of you don't always realise, and certainly we've noticed with past shows, you've not always realised that you can actually colour with them. So yes, they're good for stamping, but they're good for doing your backgrounds. The 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, because it's all a matte cardstock, if you want to go in and distress it more with, you know, your colours and your inking and your spritzing and your blending and all of that, you absolutely can do. The world's your oyster when it comes to these. So I thought, let's bring in a bit of watercolour cardstock that we have got here. And what you'll find with these is when it comes to ink pads in the past, if you've had any trouble blending them or getting a nice smooth coating of colour, when it comes to our water reactive, these are really going to help. These are going to give you that confidence boost by doing the blending. And what I'm going to explain is many, many years ago when I started, although I make myself sound very old.
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
When I was a
many
wee
years.
child.
When I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
What we would say with past ink pads is you would come in with your blending tool and you would have it at an angle, Ben. I'm on roughly about 90-degree angles.
Yeah.
Start on your surface.
Okay, a run up.
Go around and get a run up.
Yeah.
So you get a run up onto your card. Now, if that's what you're used to doing, and I still sometimes do this because I've kind of been trained in the head
It's habit,
to do
isn't
it. It's habit. So you can still do it. But with ours, you can go direct on to your cardstock and you can start to work that colour in. What we can do is blend the colour. So I'm only using that one colour tone at the moment. And you can then go in light. And as we always say on many things, you can add, but you can't take away.
Exactly.
But what we can keep doing is going and going and going. So if we then start to build that up, the more layers that we go, the more intense that it can be. But then what we can also do is if we then go in, let's go in with another one. Let's go in with Chinese red. So that one I used was lemon tonic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Chinese red, and then once again what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this one out. And the reason that I'm doing this on watercolour card will become apparent just in a moment.
Okay.
But this is when your white smooth stamping card will work a treat. Because what you'll do is you'll get that nice, smooth, blended. The only reason you're getting this texturous look is because I'm on watercolour card, which is textured. But then by using your smooth stamping card, if you want to do all your different backgrounds in that, then you can. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back in to my lemon tonic and I'm going to blend these ones out. And this is going to be the prime time to explain to you what I do with my blending foams. So what I have at home, I think I've got about 8 of our square ones. Now, if you're going to invest in your blending tools, we do the square, although they're
rectangles,
but they're called square,
yeah,
or they're circle ones. It's personal preference. You know, it's personal preference as to what ones you feel comfortable using. So what I do is I have, as I say, it's round about 8 of them. It might actually be 6 or 7, but not the point. The point is I've got a handful of these ones, and then what I done is I invested in a number of packets of just the replacement heads. Then what I done is I got some of Velcro, hook and loop, whatever it is that you call it.
Hook and mesh.
And then what I've done is I've taken the rough side of the hook and loop, and then what I've done is underneath every water reactive, just the water reactive, not quick dry, what I've done is I put a Velcro dot or square. Then what happens is I put my ink pad, my blending tool underneath, so that still sits on my black trays, and then what I do is I take it out and I peel it off and I go straight on.
And that is why he is award nominated. That's the reason why. That's a really cool idea, actually. I love that.
And you know, you can, because your colours, you've got, for instance, yellow, you've got light, you've got medium, and you're dark. Please do feel free to use your one for the 3 colour or the 3 tones, but you will find it's going to work really, really well by having that same one. If you can't invest in to do that at the moment, but you know they're not overly expensive. They're really quite reasonable.
Could you wash them if you wanted
That's exactly
them?
just what was the way to say it. No, you carry on. That's it. Because maybe I wouldn't ask those questions, and then that's an absolute good point. Oh, sorry, did I just shout that at you? Sorry.
No, I just jumped in and asked the question before you were literally about to say it, so I'll just shush.
Oh, no, it was your face. I thought I just like rammed it down your throat there.
No. You just...
But yeah, no, that's exactly what I was about to say. If you want to wash them in warm soapy water or that, then you absolutely can do. But at least by doing it that way, you've got that same one time and time again, and you can use it over and over again.
Fab.
So that's that one. And then the reason I've done it with the watercolour card, Ben, is what we can then do is we can then spritz with a little spritz tool, or with, just dip your fingers in water and spritz them yourself, or what I still like to do, kind of similar, is I will then pop it onto my hand and then I'll flick it on.
Yeah.
The longer you leave it on, the more faux bleaching will happen, basically. What happens is the water will then lift that colour, so we can then go in. So once again, the longer I leave it, the more that it will then take up the colour. But if I dab that off and remove it,
ooh, yeah,
you can start to create all these different effects and that you can see here. There's so much that you can be doing. But then also onto your glass mat or your craft mat, pop your ink down. Now you can either pick it up with some water and a paintbrush and colour with it, use it as a palette, or once again, what you could do, if I bring back in my spritz tool, what we could do, spritz it onto your glass mat, give it a really good coating, maybe even spread it out a little bit more, and then what we can then do, so I'm not wasting any because I'm going to take this home and use it somewhere, but let's go in with our watercolour card, and then what we can start to do is pick up colour and start to create all our own different backgrounds. Mix and match as well if you want to with some of the other colours that you've got, but you can start to create marble effect. But we've got the jars in there as well, so you can get some really incredible metallic swirls or metallic lines and that.
Will you be showing, are you showing the metallic inks at any point? Because Robin just said, I've never used them, and how do you use them? Colour
Me Happy. So this is all, I picked these from the main bundle, which is coming up in Colour Me Happy. So 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. We'll show you more with the metallic inks and of course the water reactive. The water reactive I will be using in the next demo, but as a whole, we will be focusing on them all on Colour Me Happy.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, you need to be in. I keep forgetting he's coming back later on. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 o'clock East Coast, 11 o'clock West Coast. That is the time to get in touch. It's a brilliant show. Again, we'll make it nice and interactive for you too. So anything that you want to ask us, anything that you want to see, you can fire those questions towards us and we will get them answered and we will show you everything you need to see a little bit later on. Thank you for all the lovely messages coming in. The main chat today is all about that brand new 'Twas the Night Before Christmas collection. Mary Lee just saying, I'll just put my order in. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas order yesterday since I know how popular this is going to be. You see, savvy shopper right there. Last year I waited and then what I wanted was sold out. Not this year, and don't let that be you. Make sure you're getting what you want. Thank you to Dale who says, not to sound too cheesy, but I feel like CTV and the whole gang are like a great Christmas gift. The best gifts are surprising, heartfelt, pretty.
You're pretty.
You're pretty.
You hang up, Johnny. No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
Appreciated and used over and over again.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about being a CTV crafters junkie since I first found Sarah on HSN over a year and a half ago. Thank you for all the inspiration, guys, and thank you, Dale, for such a lovely message. We really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lots of love for that last demo from Craig as well. Lots of people saying, actually, Craig, since you shared the tip of putting your applicator on the back of your ink pad. Loads of people have done that as well, including Diane, who says, Craig, since you shared this tip, I've done it. Alison says, love learning all the techniques. And Kathy says, Craig, your passion for crafting and demonstrating really shines through. You and Ben are my favourite. Shh, don't tell the others. Not allowed to have favourites.
No, we're not.
Not allowed to, but we'll take it. We'll just. Right. moving swiftly on. Get this, by the way, because it's flying out the door. And we've also got for you Christmas stamps too. Details coming up on your screen here. I know Craig is going to be demoing with these. We've not seen these since October. Wow. It's the Crafters Companion Christmas Stamps Collection. 44 elements in total here. And again, what a great price to bring this collection back at. You can see you've got a whole host of gorgeous Christmas scenes there, from your Christmas trees to Father Christmas, and you've got your wreaths in there as well. Gorgeous candles. It is 44 elements in total for £20.95 if you're platinum, or $29.18. Double points as well if you're a Club Inspire member. Don't forget, as we continue our Christmas event. So let's have a look at these. I don't think I have seen these before, because I only recently joined. It was back in October last year. So these are quite new on me, Craig. Show us what they're all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know something? Even I don't have a set of them at home either.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been really looking forward to having a play with these ones. Now, what we're going to do again is let's show you some of the finished samples as to what you can create, because these are completely standalone. But the size of some of them, if you've got any off-cut bits of pattern paper that you might have from past Christmas collections, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, start to use them, incorporate them, or create your own backgrounds using water reactive, like we'll show you within Colour Me Happy. But this is enabling you now to build your scenes if you so wish. Building your scenes by stamping onto your cardstock. If you're maybe more experienced or comfortable using things like your Pebeo drawing gum or your masking sheets, then this is when it enables you to create that dimension. But then cards like this, cool, isn't it?
Super cute.
Super, super cute. You can have so much fun. You can go in and do the blending and do the shading, or if you want to simply go in and lay one tone of colour down, for instance, the bells, just colour in one tone of yellow and the ribbon one tone of red, you can do as well. But it's the fact of, if you do start to incorporate any of the blending and of course the shading, these can look spectacular. And drawing your eye to this one, a piece of pattern paper on the back, and obviously your nesting dies, but that's it.
Yeah.
You don't need to do too much. And someone I said last week, and actually
That's
I got
gorgeous.
a lot of comments regarding it, saying that you never thought of this. If I come back to this one here, if I bring this one back in for a prime example, you as a crafter at home will have sat for 45 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours to colour that in.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is make it over busy so that the recipient goes, oh my gosh, I love those embellishments that you used. I love that gem. Your heart sinks because you think, I've spent an hour and a half colouring that in, and you're not actually even noticing it. So make sure what you do when it comes to your cards or your projects, don't overpower it with backgrounds and embellishments and that. Keep it simple so that the recipient opens the envelope or the box and instantly sees the image that you've coloured. That's where you're going to get that instant hit of satisfaction and pride.
Satisfaction. That's a great word.
So, do you know, as a crafter, that's just my little tip. You can go to town. I don't know if it's a real word, Johnny, but
it's not. It's a cross with satisfaction and gratification, and I love it.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
There you go then. There you go. Craig's word of the day.
Craig's word of the day. Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
I can't get no satisfaction.
Absolutely. There you go. There's a song for you there, Ben. Get those lyrics written. Get them down. So yeah, so that's my tip. Of course, you can go to town if you want. That's entirely up to yourself.
I'm keeping that word.
But if you want that instant focal to go straight onto the stamped image, then do that one. So what we can then do, I think if we do some stamping, what do you think, Ben? And we're going to use some of the pattern papers from the collection. Are you up for that?
I am well up for that. That brings me a lot of satisfaction. Just suggesting. I love that. I'm nicking that word, seriously. What a great stamp collection, says Lorraine Badsey on Facebook. And lots of other people coming in. Looking forward to seeing these in action as well. Keep those comments coming, by the way, because in the next 15 minutes, we need you to vote on your favourite of Craig's demos. And also, we need to pick a winner, because I've still got me sack down here, and I have to pick out a prize for our winner a little bit later on. There's baubles in there. There's crackers in there as well, and that could mean prizes for you. So we will do that very, very shortly indeed. Keep commenting, and we'll pick ourselves a winner very shortly. Right, we are ready over the other side of the studio with what was it again? Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction. Let's go for it then. And let's use our Christmas robin.
Ah, yes.
So I'm going to use our stamping platform for this one. And what I'm also going to do is, we're going to use our water reactive to colour. So let's go in with our pebble, or even your rustic brown would work as well. But what we can do is we can go in, let's stamp it. Now I'm going to do this in the middle of watercolour card, because we can come in with a nesting die afterwards and cut it out.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is stamp it with the pebble water reactive, and what we can do, or waterproof, sorry, we're going to colour it with the water reactive. What we can then do is press. So when you can see, the good thing with our stamping platform is if we need to go back in, add more pressure, we can do.
Yeah.
If you need to go back in and add more ink, then you can do. So let's stamp that one out here. So we've got our gorgeous little robin, and he or she is now sitting nicely onto our card, which means what we can do is some colouring. And by colouring, this is where we're going to use some of our water reactives.
Okay.
So I think what we'll do is we will once again, because we're going to pop it onto some of our 'Twas the Night Before Christmas paper, still going to use my sparkle with water reactive, but you could use your water brush, or you could use your paintbrush and water as well, so it's up to yourself. But what we can then do is let's go in with some Chinese red.
Yep.
Let's do pine tree, and
Yep.
let's do Friar brown. Onto our glass mat, it could be your craft mat, and what I'm now going to do is take in our sparkle pen, and we're going to do some colouring with our robin.
Mm-hmm. Johnny's just saying that you could make that bird whatever bird you wanted it to be, really. It could be
You
a little
can.
robin. What did you suggest, Johnny? You said a blue tit, it could be, if you wanted. A sparrow. We have a little robin. I know like a robin is a Christmas bird, and you always think of robins at Christmas, but we have a robin who's in our garden all the time, and I don't know why, it just surprises my little mind that, in the 30 degrees that we've had recently, still got a little robin hopping around our garden. I love seeing the little robin. He's my favourite bird. We put out the fat balls. You get those fat balls that you hang out. We put out those and like the little peanuts and stuff, and the well, not peanuts. The bird nuts. And we attract lots of birds into our garden. What did you have in your garden, Johnny? Oh, squirrels. You have squirrels in your garden. They're like the monkey nuts. Oh, there you go. Didn't know you were so learned about all things wildlife and ornithological.
I love monkey nuts as well.
What?
Monkey nuts.
You like them?
Nuts, yeah.
I find monkey nuts are okay, but I think they're, because you have to crack them, don't you?
You do,
Out of the shells.
yeah.
I just don't find that they're worth the hassle. Brazil nuts, on the other hand, I think are worth like cracking your nuts. Do you know what I mean?
What about pistachios?
Hey?
Pistachio nuts, what about them?
Pistachios, yeah, they are. They're worth cracking, or you don't crack them. You thingy, don't you? Pistachios. Oh, walnuts I'm not bothered about, Charlotte.
No, I'm not bothered about walnuts either.
No. Walnuts at Christmas, Charlotte says. I think Brazil nuts at Christmas. What's your choice of nut at Christmas time, Craig?
I would, not that I tend to eat them a lot, but it would probably just be your good old peanut.
Oh, peanuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts. Here's something for a wake-up call. Here you go, Craig. Christmas feature here. Charlotte has just said in my ear that she can crack a walnut with her bare hands.
There we go. Yeah, you need a nut cracker.
They're quite hard to do, aren't they? So you didn't realise that most people use a nutcracker, and you cracked them with your bare hands as a small child because your dad told you that's what you needed to do. Wow. Anybody, let us know if you can crack walnuts with your bare hands, get in touch and let us know. That is impressive.
That is very impressive.
That's impressive.
Very.
If there was anyone in this building who I thought could crack a walnut with their bare hands, it wouldn't have been Charlotte.
Nope. Wouldn't have been, not at all.
Please, Craig, this is your show. Can you make that happen that at some point we get that on as a feature?
Oh, I think we should.
No, I think you should because it's your show. So I think you should make that happen. We'll line people up to try it.
Yeah. Charlotte can show me how to do it.
Yeah. So I taught you to do balloon animals.
That's right.
Charlotte can come on and teach you how to crack a walnut. Oh, apparently Diane can crack walnuts with her bare hands. This is a brand new feature.
It's a total new feature, isn't it?
Rosalind says if you don't have a good cracker, if you don't have a nutcracker, squeeze 2 nuts together. Apparently.
Wow. Things you learn, eh? Things you learn.
Ah, dear. Thank you for all of your nut cracking tips.
We will be trying that this Christmas, that's for sure. Trying them.
What, Tammy wants to know, just getting back on the subject of craft, what ink did you use to stamp the bird?
So for stamping the bird, I used our Pebble waterproof ink pad. Then to colour, I used my clear sparkle overlay. I used our Chinese red, Friar brown and pine tree. I've used my stitched edge oval nesting die, and I used the third one from the largest one. And what I've done is I've left my oval die in place. I've gone around with some Chinese red water reactive, and what that does is that gives us a faux white matte layer.
Beautiful.
So we've got our lovely little robin there. And then what we can do is let's go in with some pattern paper from Sarah's signature. This is actually one of the 6x6 that I've chopped down from the 12x12 paper pad.
Oh yeah.
Because in some of the sheets, what you have got is you've got 4 6x6 images within one sheet, so you can chop them down. Alternatively, you get additional ones that are within the 6x6 paper pad. So you've got a nice selection. The good thing with the one from, actually, I told a little porky there.
Oh yeah.
This image is from the 6x6 paper pad because it's foiled.
Ah yes.
There's foiling on the 6x6 one. So that's from the 6x6. And I've used my distressing tool, and what I've done is I went round the edge. What I've also done is taken this Christmas tree edgeable, and what I have done is I've created, I should have stuck this one on first, so let's go into there. And then what I've done is created a little bit of a hinge at each side, and it's slightly bigger than my image, so what we're left with a nice dome of Christmas trees. So what we can do, my initial plan was to use our tape, hence why I've got tape round there and foam pads, but changed my mind and added foam pads. We're going to go on to our bright red shedless glitter card.
Okay.
So therefore what I'm going to do, just a little dot, you don't need much, just a few little dots on the foam pad, onto our red glitter card. What we can then do is take my backing off here. Now my 6x6 card blank, I have done it in ivory once again. So let's go in here. So 6x6 card blank, red layer is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Gold pearl is 5.5 by 5.5, and then the 6x6 image, what I've done is I chopped down to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4.
Yeah.
We're then going to come in with our robin, and what we can do is add this flap. We can then tuck that into the side there, and then what I've done within that stamp set with the scroll and the verse, I've stamped out Merry Christmas on a tiny, tiny little bit of ivory card. And then let's go in, let's pop that there, and then 2 little bits. Let's go in with our glue gel and our pokey tool. This ribbon is phenomenal. It's red.
Oh, look at the sparkle.
They're textured ribbon, but you've got some gold running through it.
That is Christmas in a bow right there, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then what I tend, or will be doing a lot with the gold, is by tying on little knots. And then there we go. So we've incorporated one of the stamps from the Christmas set.
Fantastic.
And used some of Sarah's "Twas the Night Before Christmas" collection to make this cute little 6x6 card, which is just one of the stamped images. Also coming up in Colour Me Happy Christmas stamp collection, where you've got 44 elements in total. Everyone's going to be paid £26.19 or $36.48, but when you are Club Inspire and you're Platinum, that comes down to £20.95 for all of that, or $29.18. If you are across Central Europe, you just need to go across to your website. Oh, so I think maybe this is... Oh, I think, Ben, we're going to have to do card of the show, aren't we?
Hey, we have got a lot of business to take care of in the next 5 minutes. Thank you, by the way, for all of the lovely comments coming in. Beautiful, Craig, says Mary. I need to colour more with my ink pads. Debbie says, great show, Ben and Craig. Love Craig's hints and tips as he crafts. So helpful. And thank you as well for all of your nut tips as well. Talk about don't mess with Charlotte. Pam says, I used to crack the Christmas nuts with the poker. And we'll leave that one there. Right, let us see what you are going to vote for as your demo of the show. So Craig has got them lined up. After that, by the way, we need to pick who's going to go onto Sarah's nice list. So which one is it going to be, Craig? Remind us of what you've made, please.
So we done demo number 1, all focus on "Twas the Night Before Christmas," and we made this cute canvas, 5x7 canvas, and then what we've done is 6x6 card, using elements from "Twas the Night Before Christmas," but the main focal point was the stamp set. All
right, so 1 or 2. You have 2 minutes to get your vote in, please. Get voting now, 1 or 2, and thank you for that. Now, is this the point, guys, where I do the draw? How exciting. So we are now going to put somebody on to Sarah's nice list. So do I do the name first, or I do the prize first?
Do the prize first.
Prize first, okay. So I'm going to delve into my bag here, and what shall I pull out of here? Oh, I feel a bauble. A bauble. So it's number 13. Number 13. Yep. And it says on it, the prize is assorted stamps, dies. I can't read what that says. Assorted stamps, dies. It looks like snacks, but I'm sure it's not. It's a bag with stamps and dies. Oh, and sparkle pens. So I think that's what it says. So there you go. Number 13, Craig. Number 13. Number 13. And the winner going on to Sarah's nice list. Congratulations to, I hope I say your name right. I hope I spell it right. I'll spell it for you. You'll need it. Margie Sios Schieffo. Congratulations, Margie. Well done. You were watching on Facebook, so congratulations to you. If you want to claim your prize, of course, you will need to get in touch with us, but you need to write it up on the board then, Craig. We do indeed, and I'm going to tell you, even I've been sent it so that I spell your name right as well. That's so let's go in. So we're going to have to turn around this way. We're going down. Number 13. Number 14. 13. No, it's just number, the number you pulled. Oh, sorry, it was number 13, yeah. So let's go, I need to crouch down. So let's go in with your name. So we are going in, let's write. And your best handwriting. And we have the best team by sending this to me as well. So he's not going to be able to get up in a minute. No, I know, I can feel my back going already. There we go. And it was number 13, was it? Number 13, prize 13, yes. Prize number 13, and I'm going to put, just because you were on Facebook. Here we go. Brilliant. Fab. Brilliant. There we go. That's it. What a really quick day. Congratulations to Margie. More chances to win, of course, later on. We have got the winner of your demo of the show as well, Craig. Thank you for all of the quick votes on this. The winner is number 1. The canvas wins. The canvas wins. There we go. Number 1. I would have been totally shocked if that didn't win. But thank you so much. That one is going to go up for demo of the day. And oh my gosh, we're going to see who's going to win. Is it going to be me or is it going to be Sarah? I think I'm going to predict it's definitely going to be one from "Twas the Night Before Christmas." That is for sure.
But there we go, that's it. The end of Wake Up Call, the end of Wake Up Call for this week, but don't fear. Not only am I back today, Wake Up Call will be back again on Monday with myself and Becky. Becky's going to be in, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But what have we still got planned today? Well, we've got the brand new launch, of course, with Sarah's 2021 signature Christmas collection towards the night before Christmas. You want to see it all in full detail because I've left you teasing, so therefore you're going to have to come back and see it all in detail. That, of course, being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then I'm going to toddle on back and we're going to get some colouring and inky, and we're going to get messy with some Colour Me Happy with the water reactives and so much more. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Charlotte. We will see you 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time for Colour Me Happy. Bye.
Bye.